Hi, I'm Brian Sweet from Cascades Outdoor Store in Winthrop, Washington, here to give a basic hot wax clinic to wax cross-country skis. It's not difficult to do, it is not time consuming, but it's very important, especially for skate skiers, to have skis that are going to glide well down the trails. You do need a little bit of equipment to do this. The essentials that you need are a way to affix your ski to your workbench. This is the Toco Travel Vise, which is great. It's inexpensive and you can take it anywhere. It doesn't take up a lot of room. You need a iron, a scraper, and some wax. That's the essentials. You can prepare your skis with these things. We recommend a couple other things as well, and that is a couple more waxes. Toco is actually great because it's a 3-wax system. It's what we recommend. Cold, medium, and warm waxes. It's economical, it's easy to use, and it's very fast wax. A nylon brush, a soft metal brush, this is a brass brush, and a groove scraper. And that's all you'll ever need to wax. It's enough to get you going in any conditions out there. So, to wax, you want to plug in the iron and choose your wax of the day. It's going to be in the 20s today, so I've decided to choose Toco Red, which is good from 12 to 28 degrees, which is marked on the package here. The package also shows how hot your iron is supposed to be. It's supposed to be set at 280 degrees, and there's an indicator on the iron, a temperature setting. That's the big difference between a commercial wax iron and just a regular laundry iron, is that you can set the temperature on the iron so you make sure your skis don't get burnt by too hot an iron. So we just need to affix our ski to our wax bench. And before I go on, you can tell your skis need to be waxed because they will start to look gray. If you can see this grayness on the edge of the ski, that's basically your ski being dried out. And it will be slow up a hill. So this is definitely time for my skis to be waxed. So you just want to fix this to the wax bench. We've chosen the wax of the day, and I'm just going to crayon this wax onto the bottom of the ski. From tip to tail, I'm just rubbing this wax on. Nice thin layer. It's going to look white on the bottom of the ski, the wax. The old-fashioned way people used to wax is they would hold the wax on the ski and drip it down the ski. I don't recommend that for 2 reasons. The first is it wastes a lot of wax. You're just going to scrape this wax off again, and it's going to be on your floor. It wastes a lot of wax. And the second reason is those drips leave a lot of exposed, naked base to your iron. And it's not good for this hot iron to touch an exposed base. By crayoning it on this way, the entire ski is covered with wax. And so the iron just hits wax. It never really touches the ski. So you can see it's just a nice coating, just like you were coloring a book as a kid. So you need to take your iron, which is set at the temperature according to the wax package, and we're just going to move the iron basically nice and slowly, tip to tail. And behind the iron, what you can't see in the video is just a nice melted, even black layer of wax. My iron is moving very slowly, but it is moving. You don't want to leave an iron just stopped on the ski base. Now, this is a nice flat base. As I'm moving the iron along, it's melting very evenly. It's one of the big reasons why we carry Rossignol skis, because all their bases are flat. Your skis or some other skis are not flat, possibly. It is what we see here in the shop all the time. And if that's the case, if it wasn't flat and it missed a piece of the base, you're just gonna have to go back with your iron and kind of smoosh it in. There's nothing you can do about it. So that's it. The wax is ironed in. Now it just needs to cool. Ideal cooling time, probably 20 minutes. I never do it because it cuts into ski time. If you're waxing 2 pairs of skis, by the time you get down to your 4th pair, the first one will be cool enough to scrape. If you're just waxing a pair, Just let it rest for a couple minutes and scrape unless you have dishes to do. It's fine. So I have a pair, or I have another ski that has been already waxed. It's nice and cool, ready to scrape. And the reason, it seems kind of silly that we're putting wax on and scraping it off, but what we're doing actually is that heat is heating up the core of the ski, and the wax is going into the base, into the core of the ski, and then we're going to take it off and leave a micro layer on there. So the first thing you're going to do is take your groove scraper and clean the grooves out. This little scraper has lots of different textures and shapes because every ski has a bit of a different groove. Rossignol skis have 2 grooves. They do this to create a more stable ski. Most other skis have 1 groove down the middle, and you're just scraping it out of there. And then you'll take your plastic scraper, clean off the edges, and then you're going to hold the scraper pretty evenly with, I can't define the amount of pressure, but a good amount of pressure, and scrape from tip to tail. Scraping this wax off, making a mess. And we're going to scrape probably, 8 to 14 times, depending on how much wax you put on your ski. And basically, we're going to scrape until there's not a lot coming off on the scraper. And that's good. Next, we're going to grab our soft metal brush, and I forgot a step at the beginning. The first thing I usually do is I take this metal brush before I hot wax, and I give a quick brush from tip to tail to clean the ski off. I neglected to do that in the video, but I'm going to take this brass brush, go tip to tail, again, a good amount of pressure, and this is just taking more of that wax off, buffing it out. It makes it faster. 4 to 6 times. And then your nylon brush, this is a very soft brush, and you can actually go both directions with this brush and give it a good final polishing. Again, with a good amount of pressure. And now, before I started, the ski was white. Now if you see, other than the dust of wax, it should look shiny and black. And that will be a nice fast ski. So the ski that I worked on today is a skate ski. We wax from tip to tail, the entire thing. If you're doing a classic ski or a no wax ski, fish scale ski, you would just do the tips and the tails, and you'd leave that whole middle section unwaxed. You know, you're not going to put hot wax there. So it should be very simple to do. You will, if you're interested, there are more videos out there, articles out there, more complicated waxing steps, layers of wax, lots of brushing, powders, these kind of things. And that's basically for racers. If you're not racing, for me, if it's taking you more than 15 minutes to wax a pair of skis, it's cutting into ski time. It's very simple, it's very fast, and you will have a better time if your skis are freshly waxed. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to stop into the store. We're Cascades Outdoor Store in downtown Winthrop, in the heart of the biggest ski network in North America, and we're here every day. Have a great ski.